Hi all, in this class we can see what is space charge at a junction. So in earlier class we studied that if you are forming a junction, the p-type material and n-type material, if you are trying to form a junction, the holes from the p-type materials will diffuse to n side, and from this electrons diffuse from n to p. So this will give a uncompensated acceptor and donor ions within the transition region. So we are considering the transition region are immobile charge carriers only, and due to this uncompensated donor and acceptor ions, there should be a positive charge near the n side near the junction, and for p side near the junction we have a negative charge. So this potential difference is called as contact potential, and that is built-in potential. And due to this electric potential, we can say that there should be an electric field that is directed from n side to p side. So due to this electric field, the drift motion of charge carriers happens. So this we can say that this drift motion of this charge carriers as well as the diffusive motion, if we are combined together, we will get a zero current if the junction is under thermal equilibrium. So the figure represents the space charge at a junction. That means the charge density, associated charge density, electric field, potential distribution, etc. So here we can see that there is a p-n junction under thermal equilibrium. So we can see that electrons and holes diffused, and there should be an uncompensated immobile charge carriers region is there, that is represented as depletion zone, and its width is marked as W. And we can see that the depletion region is extended more into the p side compared to n side, because p side is lightly doped compared to n side. So we can see that the depletion region will more extend into the lightly doped region compared to heavily doped region. So here the concentration N is very much greater than Na. That's why the depletion region is more extended into the p-type semiconductor. And the first figure A represents the charge density. So on N side we can see that the charge density is marked as QND, and on P side we can say that it is marked as minus QNA. And one more thing, we can see that the depletion region extension, depth of depletion region extension towards p side is represented as minus xp0, and that of n side is represented as xn0. So in that electric field curve we can see where is xp0 and where is xn0. So that is charge density curve. So the area of this curve is constant. That means here n junction, if width is less, then the length is more, and for that's why its area is same. So that's we can see in figure. And the second figure B represents the electric field. So electric field, we studied that there is a positive charge near the n side and there is a negative charge near the p side. So there should be a electric field due to this potential difference, and that electric field is from n to p side. So we can see that the maximum electric field is represented as EM0. And the last figure we can see that this is the potential distribution. That means the potential at p side is represented as Vp, and that of n side is represented as Vn. And here we are taking our reference as reference x equal to 0 as junction. So we can also see that the difference Vn minus Vp is called the contact potential, and that we can represent as V0. So next we can derive the expression for this charge density, electric field, potential distribution, and depletion width, and this called space charge at a junction. So the derivation space charge at a junction include the derivation for all these things. So we can see one by one. So first we are going to derive the expression for charge density. So before that we need to understand one thing. Within the transition region, electrons and holes diffuse from one side of the junction to another. Here we consider that space charge within the transition region is due to the uncompensated donor and acceptor ions. The charge density on the n side is q times nd, and that of p side is minus q times na. So that we already saw in this graph. And at the junction, equal number of charges on either side. So we can see that if there is 3 uncompensated electrons are there, then there should be 3 uncompensated holes are there. So that means the charge carriers either side on this junction is same. So we can represent the magnitude. Their charge direction is opposite, but their magnitude is same. So we can write the charge magnitude, negative charge magnitude should be equal to positive charge magnitude. So we can say that one more thing, the transition region may extend into the P and N region equally or unequally based on the doping. So if it is equally doped, then the depletion region extension is equal, and if it is lightly doped, then that depletion region will more extended into the lightly doped region. So in that assumption, we can start our derivation. Our first derivation is derivation for charge density. So we can see from this, we already said that charge on either side, magnitude of charge on either side of the junction is equal. So we can write a modulus of Q minus equal to modulus of Q plus. So we can say that there should be the charge, if we are given the charge density means charge per volume. So charge is charge density into volume. So if we are taking A is the area, then the width of this length of this region is represented as xn0, and the length of the extension on P side is represented as xp0. Then the volume is area into this length. So area into xn0 on N side and area into xp0 is on P side. So we can write, already we studied that the charge density on N side is QND and that of P side is minus QNA. So we can write modulus of minus QNA xp0 into area is equal to modulus of QND xn0 A. And this, so we can say that this Q and Q cancel, A and A cancel. Remaining is NA xp0 is equal to ND xn0, or we can say that xp0 is equal to ND by NA xn0. So we can also say that the depletion region width W, we can represent that as the depletion region width W is marked as the whole length of this transition region. So that is from xp0 to xn0. So we can say that W is equal to xp0 plus xn0. So we have two equations. One is xp0 is equal to nd by na xn0. Another is xn0 plus xp0 is equal to w. So we can replace this xp0 in this equation 2. So you will get xn0 is equal to wna by na plus nd, or xp0 is wnd by na plus ND. So the extension, we can see from this, the extension of this depletion region is dependent upon the doping concentration. So where xn0 and xp0 are the penetration of transition region into the N and P material respectively. So this is the derivation for charge density. So